I feel that I put a lot less power through my clutches, to be fair. Like compared to the other day, if that makes sense.
Compared to when I last saw you, don't seem like you're putting as much down.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Liverpool don't have the quality to match up against Manchester United. You've got to at least make it uncomfortable. And I'm sure Matt Bede will be tearing into the half time.
Yep, and realistically, to be honest.
You like it?
Yeah. I'm intrigued to what they're doing. Like, what's he doing here?
Thank you. Thank you. This is not a toy. It's to put round Vivianne's leg. When Viv has a bad leg, what do we say? Ow! Ow!
On your marks. Get set. Go. Come on, Viv.
Oh, what, you're showing off now, yeah? Video. Vivianne.
I'm not glowing yet, so we're alright. There you are. That's because you're only 60% body weight.
50. First time on the bike. Don't get awkward. How's it feeling? You don't need to ask me. I've done the bike. I think awkward potato.
This is it. Beth and Meath. It's lovely today.
It's a good trick.
Is it?
Did you buy that? Did you give us some Sainsbury's now?
Welcome along to Emirates Stadium. Arsenal back in action with Aston Villa in town. Jonas Eidevall's side still searching their first WSL win of the new campaign. And the team news, Beth Mead is back in the squad for the first time in almost a year.
I know, I forgot. My little net. Which bus are we on? Are we on this one? Perfect. You should get content of Jen.
That's a ritual.
That's Jen's focused ritual before a game.
Start.
Great company, eh? Mm-hmm.
Come on, put on some tunes.
Oh no. Gabby George was subbed off in the 7th minute, unable to walk on her own.
Yeah, they're saying it's her knee.
What are you watching?
Man United, Leicester, but one of the girls has just come off with a knee injury for United. I'm praying for her, it's nothing bad, but... You hear? 7th minute, Gabby George come off a knee injury.
Oh no.
Yeah. I know.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen the video. No.
Video. She's in the shade.
Oh, she holds it straight away. It doesn't actually look too bad, eh?
It does, doesn't it? It always looks like nothing. It's just that like inside.
Which leg though?
The right one. See there? She's oh there.
Oh yeah, it drops in. Oh. Goodness sake. Honestly. What are people meant to do anymore? Like, you're just running.
I'm
mean, I was heartbroken for her because if it was ACL, which obviously now confirmed it is, like, you know what road ahead of her she's got. I've played with her for a long time at youth level.
Oh my God.
Devastated for her, but I also had to concentrate on myself in that moment. It's been such a long time for me to get to that moment. I tried to override the happy emotions rather than the ones of being too nervous. Tough one. Do you know what was some of the hardest parts of it? Just nearly being back, but not quite being back.
Why is that here?
Like, yeah, and like you feel real, like ready, but you're not quite there. Obviously, you know, like my last few weeks have been tough.
Yeah, you've been a nightmare.
I have been a nightmare. I've been a misery for my standards.
You're actually going to get such a cheer in this episode. I will actually buzz up for that moment.
Thank you. Thank you. That means so much. That means a lot. Oh!
That was like
That was She said she'd be
She's
happy.
going to get a really nice cheer in the Emirates. That's going to be really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Even when, like, I'm on his edge.
Yeah.
If you get on as well, can you imagine? I might stand up.
Aw. One step. I just got to get through it warm up first. One step at a time, my mama always said.
You're just going to sit with popcorn? That your plan?
That's me.
Maybe not.
So, step by step, ever closer, will today be the day of Beth Mead's return. Plenty to ponder for Jonas Eidevall. Staniforth with the corner for Aston Villa. In swinger for Pacheco! Who finds the net? Aston Villa lead. Carla Ward celebrates. Brilliant delivery from Staniforth and a wonderful header from Pacheco. Half-time at the Emirates. Aston Villa, who won the last meeting between the two, lead again after 45 minutes here. As Pacheco with the only goal of the game so far. But it's Villa that lead again.
Okay, listen and see. Like I said, I think the first half is strong. I think we're very unlucky losing this game here. But lucky doesn't give you anything in life, right? And I know we're gonna turn around and win this game. But it starts with the first goal. Let's go.
Beth Mead waits. Could she be the key for the Gunners in this second half? So Arsenal start this second half a goal down. Aston Villa have the advantage here by a goal to nil. McKay. She can get it back in and his header is wide. Oh, it's a nice idea. Arsenal recycle. Still under pressure. She has got options. forward. Wonderful touch. Oh, it's in the post, Russell! But Tom Solari's there. Still, it is Pacheco's goal that is the difference. A double change here for Arsenal. And 2 strikers coming on. Chloe Lacasse enters the fray at the Emirates as the Gunners go in search of a leveller against Aston Villa. And we're also going to see Stina Blackstenius. So more firepower here for Jonas Eidevall's team. Beth Mead, however, not required just yet. And this is McCabe, who will take a touch and clip it inside the area. They're queuing up here in red and white. Ricochets around again. McCabe once more. It just won't go in. Well, Jonas Eidevall has decided that the time is now. Beth Mead's long road to recovery is finally complete. Just listen to the reception for Beth Mead. Out for nearly a year. These supporters know exactly what she can do, what she's capable of. We all do.
I was quite emotional. I'd already seen a couple of the physios starting to get upset, so if I'd have looked over near them and Leah and Laura and Taya and Viv, I probably would have started crying before I got on the pitch. I was quite excited, nervous. How hard you work, and the people behind the scenes physios who have seen good and bad days and helped you get to where you are in that moment. I think it took a lot out of everyone.
Peleva on the overlap, and she's got Katie McCabe outside her. It's McCabe! Wonderfully worked! Into added on time, and Arsenal level at 1-1. Moy. Mead shuffling through. Also with a shot! That'll do! What a turnaround! Mead and Russo combine, and how often are we going to say that this season?
Didn't enjoy it one bit, to be fair. Pretty tough to watch. I was a bit nervous, but she wasn't, and I think you could see that. And this is such a big thing, obviously, and I'm so happy she's done that. Because we've had so many girls going through it, it just feels like, wow, someone has made that first step, and then the rest will eventually follow. Today's outcome is really like a dream comeback, isn't it?
Full time and a late win for Jonas Eidevall's side, and the returning Beth Mead plays her part.
It's been an emotional day. Yeah, it's been a lot. I think I was very excited to come on. The fans were incredible. The reception was amazing. It was more than just my knee. First time I've played a football match since my mum passed away. My dad was at the game as well, so I think my dad held that emotion, so I knew it was a lot for him, and it was happy emotion, but there was a lot of emotion that came from it. I've worked hard for a long time, 10 months out of the game, made today worthwhile. Choked.
What have you done to your hair?
I've not brushed
Is it wet?
Yeah.
I thought you maybe put hairspray in.
No, it's wet. I feel like it's soaking wet still.
Brilliant.
Okay, so to go back to just before the game Sunday then, Beth, I'll aim this one at you. What's going on in your head then?
I think mine and Viv's answer are very much different in this one. I guess the weekend was for me to get back on the pitch, feel like a footballer again and just enjoy that moment, you know. I'm sure Viv was very, very different in that context. Is she smiling? Yes.
It's different because it's not me. Like, I can't influence you. I mean, the game didn't really help either. Like, it was nerve-wracking already and it wasn't that great. So then you coming on, you obviously hope that you're going to be okay, but then we also will eventually win the game. But yeah, we got through it somehow. Don't know how, but...
I enjoyed it. I think Viv was having a meltdown at the sidelines, but I had a nice time. And it was at the Emirates, which is kind of a nice one. Not to get out of the way per se, but kind of get out of the way because obviously that's where I did my knee and obviously Viv's done hers as well. So for me to get my first minutes on that pitch again was kind of nice. It was the first one, nice reception. Fans were obviously made it super special and now it's done. It all went well though, so we're all good, aren't we?
We are.
Oh, here's ACL as well. Laura.
Hiya.
Hello, she has a business. Oh, sorry, you're filming.
Are you joking? You're fine.
I'm the main character and you're just all the extras.
Whoa. I mean, whoa. What's new? Well, you know what? The main character isn't anything without the extras.
You're dead right. You're dead. But they're
Nobody actually likes the main character.
What? It's all
Nobody
about
actually likes the main character.
me.
No. The main character wouldn't have been able to get through without all my extras. I don't want to buy them myself.
What?
They're so expensive.
What? The goat is returning. Look at her smiling! I said the goat. The goat.
I'm a wee sheep at the moment.
No, you're the goat still. Finishing yesterday in training, it doesn't look like you just came back from an ACL.
It's been very tough last season to handle with all the injuries we've had in the team. It's been very tough sometimes to be in a physio room with so many girls around us all going through the same injury. You're starting to wonder why it's happening in women's football so much.
I might just stay on the bus.
But again, at the same time, I feel like we've all kind of kept each other sane for every single milestone, like we're all there.
There she is! She's back!
It's small things that like we celebrate and we understand how hard it is, which if you've not gone through it, you don't understand it.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go get Beth and Viv back here. Hello! You okay? You're a favourite player. You have to sign up while you get selfie. Take a selfie with you? I've got no.
It's not as straightforward as you think. It's not like, oh yeah, you've got surgery, it's 9 months, and then you're back ready to play. Within those 9 months, there's so many different issues that you go through. That can be physically, but obviously for a lot of people also mentally. On a personal note, if you do go through it, allow yourself to take the time that you need. Listen to your body. Listen to it saying, okay, this is too much, or it's not working. Because there's many different ways that obviously will lead to you being back playing. And make sure that you're in an environment where you're comfortable and you feel like you can push yourself. Because I think that's the most important thing, really, throughout, to get the right people around you. Because I've trained so much already, like, and the girls are coming up to me saying like, oh, you look really good, you look really sharp again. Then Beth telling me that I look like myself again. That does help me. But I think I'm, well, hoping that I would obviously make my return when Beth is on the pitch. So then at least you won't have to go through that anxiety moment what I had to go through before you actually came onto the pitch. So like that would be a nice thing as well, like to be on the pitch again together.
I'd be excited for you, I won't be anxious. I'd be #1 cheerleader.
A week on from Beth Mead's return, the Gunners have Viv Miedema back involved. Both those two begin on the bench here. What attacking options Jonas Odegaard has once again.
I don't want to get too excited. I just want to, obviously once the moment is there, like I know that I'll be ready. I don't want to get too excited in case it might not happen as soon as I wanted it to happen or whatever. Once we're there, then I'll definitely be able to fully enjoy it. I think when it comes to ACLs, it's something that you've always seen within women's football. Like it's something that every single player almost should be passionate about. I have been thinking about it a lot before, especially after the ones that happened at the Euros last summer as well. We do need to start protecting players, which is also the reason that I started speaking up. It's always been something that I have been quite passionate about. And as I said, not just the ACLs, but just mental health and physical health in general in football.
Well, Ashton Gate, Emirates Stadium, wherever, Beth Mead is a star of the game. Oh, what a good ball that is. Mead couldn't get the power on it. But it'll come, you know it will, sooner rather than later. And for the final 4 minutes of stoppage time here, we're going to see a very popular change. All-time top scorer in the WSL, Viv Miedema, whose last game was in December against Lyon. Another reminder of the quality the Gunners have.
Miedema, who's only just come on. Oh, that's a wonderful through ball towards Beth Mead. What a moment this could be. Oh, how close was that to the perfect return. Final few seconds, and that is it. Job done. Arsenal have back-to-back victories in the WSL, and it's all smiles for Vivianne Miedema on her return after so long on the sidelines.
It's obviously really nice for me to come back and to get the win today, because that's obviously the most important thing. So yeah, it was good.
It's always been a pleasure to play with Viv, so it was so nice to get back on and us to kind of link up, and hopefully we get going again.
And going back to a question we asked you both at the very start of this process, what does football mean to you?
Not that much. Look at her face. She gets so happy.
Football makes me very happy. So to be back out there, I think it's the thing we love doing. We started playing football for the love of the game, and that hasn't gone anywhere. And I guess, from my perspective, I'm more hungry for the game than ever because we've missed out on so much of it. So.
Viv, I've seen that pass before. I've seen that pass before. We're getting players back from injuries. Absolutely everyone's going to be needed. Next block over here. Good work.
Like this. On three. Vivi, take it away. 1, 2, 3. Two. Great, that's the dog.
Think you couldn't have written that, can I? No.
I think if you look recent weeks, there's been a lot of ACLs still unfortunately happening. So I think we'll still be pushing to try and figure out or try and prevent or minimise the ACL risk as much as possible. But yeah, we're still working on that one.
It's got to be said, you both have been clearly so integral to each other's journeys over this past year, supporting each other in that way. What do you both mean to each other?
God, that's a deep question. I would lie if I'd say I wouldn't rather do it with anyone else, because I probably would, but...
Thanks, Viv.
No, but it's just because I want you to do well. I want you to obviously have fun and be out there. And I think it's been quite tough at times, like, because we've never really had happy days together or sad days together. Like, we've always had different, well, milestones. But at the same time, we've always kept each other in it that way and, yeah, kept it positive and pushed each other to be better, probably. So, yeah, I hope that we can start doing that now again on the pitch.
Good stuff. Hang on. Dan, you good?
Angry.
They've got to go. Yeah, no worries, mate.
Well done. Well done, yeah.
Are you doing it now with your long arms?
Yeah, big long arms. You're going to have to bend down. Look at the state of us.
I know.
Viv, do them all.
Okay.
There you go.
Today we're going to speak to Paddy. He's our head of physical performance, and yeah, we're going to be speaking about what we're doing at the club right now to obviously help us prevent it from happening. He's been with us since last summer, so almost 1.5 years now. He's got so much experience, and I think for us girls it's really, really nice to have someone like him around us, because he can help us, he can keep us straight, and yeah, I'm really excited to actually hear more from him about it. Paddy.
Vivianne.
How are you?
You okay?
Oh, good.
Good to see you. All right?
Good, good. You?
Good.
I think for people, but also for us to just get a better understanding of what we do now to hopefully prevent the ACLs. Is there anything that we've changed, like within the club? Because I mean, obviously, I can tell you later that I feel like things have changed for the better. But yeah, just more your point of view, obviously, after what happened last year.
Yeah, obviously, last year it was an anomaly. After we got the fourth one last year, myself, Gary Loon, the club, done an internal review and an external review because we felt something had to change. After the review, we went to the European Clubs Association, we talked to other sports. I talked to a lot of my contacts in female hockey, female rugby, athletics. And the stats are frightening. Yeah. Unfortunately, last year there was 42 ACLs in the European clubs. 27 girls missed the World Cup, sadly, because of it. I think 8 out of the 12 last Ballon d'Or nominees were within that 27. So a huge quality of players missing a huge tournament, you know, that's heartbreaking for the player, for the country they play for the club they work in. So me being involved with the women's team now for 2 years, prior to that I saw the growth of the game within the club. Yeah. But the demands on you guys now has gone through the roof, and every club. And I think even in the WSL now, the competition is much higher again this season. So we're getting tougher games all the time, which is brilliant for the game and for spectators. It's now our job to make sure that you guys are ready for that. And that's the tricky one. My job really is to future-proof this and to try and prevent those injuries going forward and help the newer generation of players coming through and give them the loading and the strength that maybe you guys wouldn't have had as young players.
No, I think that's it. I think we've spoken a lot about that in the documentary anyway. Like, obviously, like me growing up, I played with the boys till I was 14. And then it was just that I started playing professional, so I didn't have like a step in between or anything. Which again, I think if you look at me, Beth, Leah, we've obviously played every single minute of football leading up to actually being injured, which in that sense was quite similar, but the strain on our body was obviously just too much. But I think, yeah, that's something that's the reason why we're here, really, because we want to help prevent it for the generations coming, and for me having to go through it again, hopefully.
Yeah, 100%. And we have a very strong link as a first team with the academy structure. Because the step up for young players, young girls to first team football is far bigger than the boys.
Yeah.
The boys have a full-time strength and conditioning coach with every age group from 12 to 21. So they start their gym-based or athletic development-based programs very young. That for me is the biggest tool that we can give the young player to prevent those injuries as they come through, that they're ready for that step up, or they're ready for that loading. And I can only see the demands of the game getting higher again.
No, they will.
Because with that strength and power work that you guys are now doing, then your athletic profile is going there.
Yeah.
And if everyone else is doing it, the game is just going to go there and there.
Don't feel like that yet, but
And that's it, you're flying it, you're moving really well.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think that's it. Like, in the end, obviously, we want to help prevent that from happening instead of being reactive. But I think even for us, like, to obviously hear that there has been a review and, like, things have changed, we can feel things have changed. Like, I think for us players, that gives us a bit more stability, but also confidence in saying, okay, it's not going to happen again. Or last year was obviously, like, ridiculous, but we need to just trust our own body right now to go out and play. And I think the summer break and the girls being away with national team was good for that, but I also think we've implemented that trust again.
You can't prevent all injuries. Obviously, muscle, bone, connective tissue is unpredictable. It's a contact sport. However, what can we learn from this, and how can we share that information with the wider community to try and prevent it in the women's game and try and help women's sport in general?
Yeah, which, I mean, I think it's great because that's the most important thing right now. Like, it happens so often in so many different clubs, as you say. Like, I think it's something that we all need to work together, like rivalry and everything goes out the window, because in the end you all want your best players to be on the pitch. You want to play a World Cup with all the big players. You want to play Champions League football with the best girls there. And yeah, I think that for me, that's the way forward, to help each other out, and then obviously to hope that we can develop that for not just the younger girls here in London, but also within Europe and within women's football.
I don't want young girls to be scared of playing football. I don't want young girls to be afraid of doing their gym session, because the reason why they do it is to help prevent these injuries.
Yeah.
It's a big one. It's a big one, and there's more clubs getting them now, sadly. So how can we help each other prevent that and move forward? And even if these injury rates get the higher powers like UEFA, like FIFA, like the national teams to look and go, okay, how can we help as well?
Yeah.
Because it's, again, down to fixtures, congestion of fixtures, the amount of fixtures, it's risen really rapidly. And I think that has been a huge factor in this. I want to introduce you to James Honeyman, the Academy Manager. He's going to talk to you a lot more about what the Academy have put in place since he became the manager to help with the athletic development programme for the girls and preparing them for European football and club football.
So, just spoke to Poddy, and he told me all about it. Like, obviously what we've done, like an internal, external review, and he said that obviously they've put a lot of time and energy in the academy as well. And I mean, who better than to speak to you about it all? So, yeah, just wondering how you feel the changes are, and yeah, if it's really helping you guys out.
Yeah, I think to sort of start from the beginning of it all, there was kind of an understanding that actually sort of your generation of play was kind of undertrained for the demand of the game they're at now. So because the speed of the game is so much faster, the training demands are so much more. It's gone from training 2 nights a week through to being in 6 days a week, 40 games a season. So what we're then starting to do is try and get girls exposure into senior football in the right environment and the right dose of it, so we're able to build them as athletes, not just chuck them in and hope it works. And the biggest challenge is we don't know what the future game is going to look like. What we have to do is look at games, Champions League semi-finals, World Cup finals, Champions League finals, the big clubs in the WSL playing, to see what the demands are of the game. And if we start with that as the utopia, we can scale back down to the right age group and see what the players need to do, sort of below that, really.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. Obviously, as I mentioned with Poddy before, I've always played with the boys till I was 14. So I would train 3 times a week, play my game on Saturday. Even my first year playing professionally for Heerenveen, we used to play on Friday night. So I train Monday to Thursday, play on Friday night. And I would then play with the under-23s to help them out on Saturday as well. which is obviously ridiculous if you really think about it now. But yeah, my setup, my youth has been so different as what the girls are luckily going through right now. You can really feel a difference in the girls coming through, because I think the girls are more prepared, they're physically better, they're technically better, which for us players is really good to see. For us, with doing this documentary, like, we want to make sure that the young girls are not scared. How do you deal with that? Like, do girls actually come to you and be like, this is happening so much, am I at risk?
I think at the age of 13, they're perhaps maybe not fully aware of the injury risks that there are, and I think our job is to holistically develop these people to be understanding of their body, understand their menstrual cycle, understand their physical capabilities, understand how to develop them, how diet affects different foods at different times and things like that. And I think that's what we have to do. The big challenge that we have is, in the boys' game, there's an under-23s.
Yeah.
Now that acts as like a holding pen that means when a kid breaks through at 16, 17, there's 4 or 5 years of patience for them to develop as an athlete. You'll know yourself, some of you were breaking through at 14 years old to play senior football. Some of the girls are making international debuts at 16, like full international debuts, and that probably isn't going to happen now, but there's this piece where girls finish at under 18 and actually don't break through until 21. How do we bridge that gap? And it's ensuring it's the right experience at the right time for the right player to be able to build them.
As you say, I was 16 when I first got called up, and I was still in school. Like, I was with grown-up women, and I was like, what am I meant to do right now? But also very special to me, not complaining. But yeah, it's different times, and I think obviously, hopefully we get to the place that we are going to have the same setup as the boys' academy. Like, we don't need to copy the boys' academy, because we are different, we're built different, we have different needs, but obviously we do hope that we get to the point that it's going to be full-time. The kids are gonna be able to combine school, which I think is really important, with football. The responsibility lays within us right now. Like, if we do our ACL, I think we need to be open about it. I think we need to be speaking about it, because I think we can only then make sure that the next generation does understand, obviously, that it might be a possibility you get injured, but also you will get through it to then come back.
Yeah.
We can then help the younger generation with them going through it. There's so much we've spoken about, and I think it's exciting to see how many changes are being made within women's football right now, not just at Arsenal in general. I'm very proud of all of us. We've done our best in every single possible way, and by us being back on the pitch, but also by hopefully inspiring and creating awareness around ACL injuries. And we're obviously not done yet. We will continue. For now, I think I'm really excited to see everything that's coming next.
So, we're both back playing from our ACL. Been a long road to recovery. Had the chance to score a couple of goals today, which is amazing. Really nice to get my first goal since coming back in over a year. And during my ACL rehab, Viv did promise to get me a puppy.
Not sure why, but yeah, obviously I messed that up because I done my ACL right after yours.
You did. So we had to wait till we were a little bit more mobile, but everybody meet Miley. She's a bit sleepy. Oh yeah, you're gonna fall to sleep.
I'm gonna bark.
Normally she's wilder than this, but she's a bit sleepy now. Kiss, kiss. So yeah, we've now got a little baby Miedema, Miley Miedema, aren't we? And Viv loves her, so...
I do indeed.
She's not complaining, she's not regretting that decision anyway.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.